Welcome. I'm really glad that you are here. I want to talk with you today something that I talk all the time, which is Instagram. And the real reason why Instagram is not working for you. And it's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's not your work, it's not the algorithm, it's not that you don't know how to do. There are a few things together, and that's what really makes this block with social media and Instagram. So I got some notes here that I'm going to be looking through so that I don't miss a point, and we go through. So first of all, let's talk about my story. When I first started with Instagram for my professional account 8 years ago, I was also starting to just learn about ceramics and just learning as I was going. And through the years, Instagram started growing. I always really liked taking pictures, and eventually videos came across. And I was like, oh, I'll give it a go. Didn't have a clue back then. And the more I practiced, the more I tried and all of that, I realized that Instagram is a really powerful and potent tool when used well. So just to tell as a reference, now I have 200k plus followers, which I'm really proud of, and my intention with saying that is not showing off, but just telling you what I did and what was my journey. So when I'm thinking about Instagram in general, for many people it's just, say, an influencer or a content creator. In this case, we're going to be talking about Instagram for artists, for creators, for business, for people that really want to get their work out there. And with that, get more visibility, more sales, more collaborations, connections. So in my journey, Instagram has really been the tool that made everything possible. So my work got found by people globally via Instagram. Cartier got in touch with me via Instagram. Galleries got in touch with me via Instagram. Just today, I got an email from Salon de Mobile in Milano where they shared my work and they also saw me on Instagram. My collections, I launched them through Instagram. Absolutely everything in my journey. And just for reference, in this last year, I turned around $350,000, and that was all promoted via Instagram. So Instagram is an incredible tool, has a lot of potential. We just really need to understand how to make it work for us in a way that feels authentic, in a way that we can express ourselves and we feel like doing it again. So face to camera is not necessary. To be honest, I'm quite uncomfortable in this configuration here. I'm looking at the camera and all of that you know when you turn the camera on, all those emotions come in. That happens with me too. Might give the vibe that I'm comfortable in this situation, but I'm working on it. I'm not really comfortable. But let's talk about it. So the block number one is the inner block. Is this feeling that I was just telling about, feeling uncomfortable, feeling like you're going to be judged or what people are going to think. So as we go and understand more about it, we can really calm those feelings down because we go in a fight or flight kind of situation when we are tense and thinking of all the possibilities of where this image or video will go. But one thing that I think is really important that I often talk to people when we're talking about Instagram is, imagine that you just met someone in a cafe and they're just talking with you normally and you're expressing your truth about your work, what you do, how you love. So why in camera and in a recording situation, we get so panicking about what you talk. And that's something that I remind myself all the time. When I'm talking with people elsewhere in real life, I'm super comfortable about talking and I know what to say and I have a lot to say. But when the camera is on, there's a block. Or when it's to write a caption, there's a block. So as we understand this inner block, it's not that we're going to wipe it out totally, but we can work with it. And that helps a lot. So, and then we have the other big block, which is, I call the tool gap. So if you don't really know how to use your camera, I actually make everything with my phone. But if you don't know how to use your phone, you don't know how to position yourself, understand a little bit of light, you can't really make the visuals appealing. And that will make you less likely to share. Because when you have good photos or good videos, you are actually genuinely excited about putting it out there. And then the other aspect of it is understanding the platform, understanding how Instagram works, not in a very geeky way, but just really understanding the tool, understanding why you would use each of the formats, how to edit the video, like everything within the Instagram platform. But there are so many little things that make the whole difference and can really expand your reach. You don't need to have like thousands of followers. And it's a process, and you grow as you practice. And then the other block that is a big one is the starting problem. So you're going to start when you're ready, when you're better, or when this or when that. And then you end up never starting because it feels too far. And every time that you don't do it, it gets even harder to do next time. I personally, with my Instagram, I don't follow a posting schedule. I don't have like a precise way of going. I go with the flow. Sometimes I have a lot to share, I share more. Sometimes I don't have much to share, I share less. I do what feels comfortable and authentic to me at each stage of my life. Sometimes I take weeks away. Sometimes I take months away. And there was one time that I took nearly a year away. And my profile was still there. I didn't have much to offer at that time. I was like pregnant and out of it and all of that. So just feel what is authentic for you, and that will be the path that we're going to go through. But inside of the course, I got many lessons, so then you can really go on each and find what you want. We have demonstrations, we have talk about it, understanding the tool, like everything in so many details, because I noticed that I'm always talking with people about Instagram. People are like, your Instagram is so good. How do you do it? And the truth is, there's a lot of information that I gather and accumulated and practice over the time that is hard to just grasp for someone that is starting or has been there but never looked through the lenses that I see. So putting in a course format really allows whoever is watching to really practice it and understand and go back to it in a easy, natural way. So I hope that does make sense for you. And just to emphasize, there's nothing that you're doing wrong. We never really been taught how to use Instagram as artists or as creatives that have something to share. And one other thing that might help and might make you comfortable within sharing is when you understand the value of what you offer, is way easier to share it. So just to put in perspective, I'm not comfortable here talking to camera. By the end of today, with all the recording, I'm sure that I'll be more comfortable because the more you do, and I experienced that before, the better it gets, you know what I mean? But I'm doing it because I know that this course will help so many people to expose their work, to get sales, to get in front of galleries, to get collaborations, to get connected with clients. And that motivates me. So once you understand that your work, let's say if you are an artist, it holds value. And when you're exposed to social media, which is global, it can really connect with people that are aligned, that appreciate it, that would be actually pleased to buy your work. And that's the potential of the platform versus, for instance, having a shop which is physical, which will be open to people on those days that you open, but just really local people. When we talk Instagram is global. And with my work, I actually sold my work overseas with a higher frequency every time that I launched on social media than locally. So I think that was a lot. And that's just an introduction, just to help you to understand what are the 3 main blocks that I noticed and I experienced myself. And I hope that inspires you to take the first step and get started. And if you want to learn more, you can join Found and Sing on Instagram, which is this course that I'm creating with lots of love, lots of care. And I've been thinking on it for so long. And I feel like I'm finally ready to take this step to talk to camera. And I hope you enjoy it. I see you there.